Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming my monthly favorites for the month of August. So I'm going to talk about how August went and some of my favorite things that I watched and read as per usual. August was a decent month in the beginning. I really felt content at the beginning of the month before school started. I really felt like I had balanced my life well. It sounds really strange, but I remember thinking I had this feeling of contentment and then it all went to hell and I am still bitter about it. Either way, it ended up being like a quite sad month actually. Like halfway was good and then it was just sad. But I did read a lot of books though, so there's that. But yeah, school started. I absolutely and totally detested, which is probably not the best mindset you should have. You should try to stay positive to motivate yourself. It does not work, so I don't know what I'm saying. But I'm alive, it's fine. But other than that, I don't know what else happened. I worked, school started as I said, and I have watched some good stuff. Yay. So let's talk about my favorites I watched this month. I mean last month. I did rewatch a lot of stuff. For example, I rewatched Lord of the Rings and Hobbit again. But like I won't mention those things since like if I did I will literally mention it like every month. Joking, but almost not. And also people upstairs are making a lot of noise again. I don't know why they do this to me, but yeah. But one thing I did watch, which was new, was Gunpowder Milkshake, which was a new Netflix original with Karen Gillan and Lena Headey and loads of other amazing people, and it was just so fun. Lena is Karen's mom. I don't remember the character names, but she leaves her when she's like 14 and then she's kind of trained up to be an assassin like Karen, and then later she's like going to kill this dude and he finds out he has a daughter and then like she tries to save her and stuff. And Karen is just so good here. She's like really harsh and I would say like I guess brutal and so badass, but at the same time she's a softie and I love it. I love all the different dynamics and different female characters and how they all went together and just fought, and it was just, it's an action movie but I thought it was different and really fun and entertaining, and you really did care about the characters, at least on my side, so it made it interesting to see what would happen to them. It has some great scenes, really hilarious moments, and now talking about it I kind of do want to rewatch it. But yeah, I kind of forgotten I watched this because of I get what I watched in general, but then now I'm thinking about it, I'm like dang, this movie was a lot of fun. So I really do recommend this one if you haven't watched it. Then of course I started What If, which is a new Marvel cinematic series, animation series, which questions think that what if something else had happened and what really happened in like the official MCU movies. And I absolutely adore it. I do think like it's just fun to kind of just mess around and be like, what if this happened? Sure, this could happen, let's just see how it plays out. And it's just entertaining and it's fun to see the different characters again in different situations than what we have seen them in. But this is still ongoing, I haven't finished it yet, but I do think it's a lot of fun and I am enjoying myself a lot. Even though I am also like questioning some things that are happening, I'm like, really? But that also makes it kind of more fun. It's just really just entertainment shit, so it's great. Then I watched The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, which is the new Witcher Netflix animation movie, which is like a prequel to the Witcher series, following Vesemir, and I adored it. It was so good, animation was awesome, and I loved it, okay? It was really good to see more backstory from the Witchers, and just, yeah, and immediately after that, of course, I rewatched the show, because how could I not? I have read a couple of the books, of course, and I know a lot about the lore, and you know, I haven't played much of the game, but a bit, and like, I know a lot about the Witch in general, but it's just so fun to just see content from the world, and I adored so much, and this was so fun. And yeah, you can totally watch this without having any previous knowledge of anything in the Witcher verse, because it's just like a fun animation movies with supernatural shit. You don't need the whole shit to understand this movie, kinda. It totally can stand on its own, and I just really adored it, and now I want to rewatch this too. But yeah, it was so good, and I was so excited that it finally came out, and I cannot wait for the second season of The Witcher, especially now that I just watched it, and I'm emotional, okay? Very emotional. Yeah, that was my 3 new favorite things that I watched, and then of course, as I said, I did a lot of rewatches, like Spider-Man movies. I don't know why, but I did it. And then I'm preparing myself for Spider-Man, okay? And also already watched like new favorite stuff in September, but that will be my September favorites because I don't want to like cheat on the dates when I watched it. But yeah, on to more stuff. To the books I read. What were my favorites of the books I read? I read a lot. Like a lot in August. I've read 29 books. I don't know how it happened. I'm gonna film my wrap up after this, and I kind of want to cry because it's gonna take ages. Out of those, I have like 3 which was on the top, so I'm gonna mention them here. So first we have Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in the Tommy Man trilogy, which is the 3rd trilogy in the Realm of the Elden Ring series, and now we're back with the Fitz and Fool from like the 1st trilogy. And this, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That's a word, thinking about it. And I can't deal, okay? I can't deal how much I love this world and how much I love these characters and what Robin Hobb has built. I just can't deal. So the first series follows Fitz, who is the bastard son of like the king in waiting in the 6 duchies. And then when the king finds out that he has sired a bastard son, he abdicates the throne and never gets to meet Fitz. And Fitz is basically just raised by like the Sibling Master until later he trains to become the king's assassin. And that's like the plot of the 1st trilogy, which is right here. Oh, I'm so sorry, I just punched the books in their spines. The 2nd trilogy has other plots, but yeah, I'm just continuing, and I am very emotional, and I was gonna say emotional, unstable to continue, but I of course will. And I'm sad. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sad and I want to continue, but I also just want to cry in a corner. So there's that. Then we have Spy the Family, Volume 5 by Tatsuya Endo. And I just adore this series. I don't know if I actually had it in like my favorites before, but of course I had it in my wrap-ups and stuff. But it's been easily becoming like one of my favorite manga series. Every volume is just so solid in its humor, balance of like dark shit, and the humor, because it is dark shit, but it's literally just making fun of everything, but it works. And I don't get how, like, how do you have brain cells to do that? Because I don't understand. I didn't even say the plot. So it basically follows Master Spy Twilight, who needs to have a fake family to like infiltrate this other dude who has an evil plan. And then like he gets a wife who is an assassin he doesn't know, and a daughter who is a telepath, and the daughter knows that the mother is an assassin. He's a spy, but they don't know that she knows. And it's just like this whole thing, and it's just so adorable and soft and amazing, and I'm just enjoying every volume so much more than I ever thought I would. And it's just so high up on the list of my faves right now, and I really recommend this series. It's just everything. It's like everything. So yeah, I think it's becoming a anime adaptation. Cannot literally wait. It's gonna be so great. So yeah, really recommend this series. And then for my last of favorites of books, we have New Spring by Robert Jordan, which is a prequel to The Wheel of Time. So I was gonna read the last Wheel of Time book in August, and I decided not to because I decided I was not ready. Also had like a bit of like less time than I thought I would, but I decided to do New Spring instead, which is like the prequel to prepare myself for the last book. And this was so much better than I thought it would be. It follows Moraine and Lan before like the events of The Eye of the World, which is the first book in Wheel of Time, and we just see like the backgrounds of how they met and more stuff before they even met. I adored it. It made me just love Moraine and Lan so much more. I just really adored just seeing their characters and how they have grown, and like seeing how they were and what they were doing. And I just love me some like more depths into the White Tower, even though like all of the stuff here I knew already from the main series. It was just fun to like see how Moraine had experienced it, because we see her in a totally different place in the main series. And overall I just really love this. Also like Lan has been, since I think they read the first book, like my favorite character possibly. So like seeing him like more in the spotlight was great, even though I think that this follows more Moraine than Lan, but still. And it was just really good. So yeah, also the trailer came out like the other day. I can't tell you how I'm feeling because I'm so excited. I want to either cry or cry. So there's that. I forgot something. It kind of should have been in the other part of the video, but it kind of is like its own section because of the music, and that is Inside by Bo Burnham. This one is a Netflix special, but it has songs you can just generally listen to, and that was very popular right now, especially on TikTok. Not that I'm there, I just know. And basically Erica, my best friend, made me watch this, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I watched it. It was very entertaining. The songs are just so mood, and I keep just singing on them all the time, listening to them. I want to know all the lyrics, so I just sing them all the time. It's like so fun songs, and I adore it. So this is what I'm listening to. I'm like mixing in between Bo Burnham, BTS, and my audiobooks. So like, yeah, then you know my mood. But yeah, this is great. So I really recommend you checking it out if you feel like laughing, crying, and feeling depressed about the world at the same time. It's great. Yay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and you will see me soon in a new one. Leave a house emoji down below if you enjoyed this. Goodbye.